Welcome back. We are back on the RX-7. Last video kind of ended abruptly due to some issues that we ran into a couple weeks ago. I'm gonna let Daniel explain that.
I guess the biggest one was trying to get this oil pressure and temp sensor connector wired in and just screwing it up royally and trying to get pins back out, destroying the connector. So I just went and bought a whole new nice pigtail wires already installed, so we don't have to
I think
break anything.
What happened was one of the crimps got kind of faced the wrong way. Or not one of the crimps, one of the...
Something didn't go in right, then it just got locked in there.
Yeah, and...
couldn't get it out without destroying it.
Yeah, couldn't repair it, so was unable to wire it up at that point in time. But now we have one that's already got wires that you just have to splice. What are our plans for today, or how much further do we have to go to get the car to crank?
I mean, we need to get the intake heat shield on, so I gotta pull this back off essentially, and we have an idea to get the EGT sensors to work after all. To mount the module out here and basically steal some wires that aren't just being used for anything, use them as an extension harness between the can connector and the inside.
Yeah, because the issue we had, the whole reason we didn't do it the first time was, the loom going into the car is already so tight that, we couldn't just run two separate, or what you said was going to be 4 separate wires.
Yeah.
We couldn't get 4 wires in there, but, he came up with that idea to use one of these that's not being used and then pull 2 from over here as well. That way we don't have to run anything at all.
Cut them out of the harness inside and out here, and it's just a big extension harness.
Yep. I think you said heat shield, upper intake, we'll wire up the few things we have to do, EGT sensors.
Redo the downpipe.
Yeah, we have to rewrap the downpipe that we started wrapping a while ago. Found out that we kind of didn't do it the right way, so we'll redo that, but that shouldn't take any time. Fluids, intercooler.
Yep.
Alternator, yep. Yep, the new alternator.
Over there.
But it's not far off from being able to load up a tune and hear it fire again for the first time in
some months. Not quite a year.
But I'm excited about it. I know Daniel's excited about it. This car is just an all-around fun car. Not the fastest thing in the world, but it is fast.
Yeah.
And it's just fun to go, just ride around in.
It's fun to drive.
Yeah. I've never driven it, but I've ridden in it. And it's really fun to ride in. Also, Daniel, in his spare time, I haven't been with him, got the wiring for this fuel system looking spectacular.
A little bit of wiring.
He did an amazing job on it. He just did this ground this morning.
Yeah, I've got the ground wires coming from the fuel pumps. Got the powers coming from the relays on this nice bracket over here.
Yeah. That all looks so clean.
And I get powered over here. These fuses, they work. I'm not exactly happy with how they're mounted, but it's functional.
All of
this
that
little distribution block. This nice 4-gauge battery cable, just to be sure. It just runs straight to the battery.
Yeah.
So we don't have any worry of over current on a smaller wire or anything. And better than just 3 wires running from here to the relays or something. I think this looks cleaner.
Yeah, it just all turned out really good. You can see through to the hat we put in a few videos ago. But it turned out great.
And I did have to run 1 wire back here all the way up to the ECU.
We got the turbo out so we could get the manifold shield on.
Yeah.
That was a mistake we had made previously, but we tried to fix it without taking it out, and it's just such a tight fit. Can't do it. So it'll go up in there like that, and then we can put the turbo back.
Yeah.
And also, while we got it off, we need to Permatex this gasket down here.
It is prone to leaking.
Also, if it's kind of loud and the audio is weird, we've got 2 box fans going on in here. It's been very hot here in Kentucky. So we're trying to stay cool.
Humid.
Yeah, very humid.
Yeah, you can see where just some exhaust gas was leaked out anyway.
Wipe it off and get the goop on it.
Yeah, just a little around the ports, each side.
Kind of like how we did for the intake, but not the same stuff.
Yeah, so that's meant to handle heat.
We decided before the turbo goes back in to go ahead and do the EGT sensors.
So much easier to see their depth. How far they go into the pipe. It's supposed to be like no more than 6 millimeters on a turbocharged applications. So like that pretty much.
Yeah, just barely in there.
Yeah.
There it is. Right there.
So essentially this just goes into here. Tighten these guys down. Luckily I was able to re-thread these holes, so I do not want to buy a new one of these manifolds. Not cheap. And these just kind of go in.
And how do you set the depth?
Basically with the collet and go through here. Go like that. And then whenever you tighten it down,
Stops wherever you set it up.
yep. That can't be more than 6 millimeters, right?
Yeah, that's probably good.
I probably should have seen where the old ones were, but too late for that. Turbo is installed officially for the
For the last time. Got the heat shield on. Everything. EGT sensors are in. They're routed where they need to go. Oil lines, coolant lines hooked back up. Did you get the one on the bottom? The one on the bottom?
Yes.
Okay.
I got that tight. All the oil coolant lines are all tight.
We're all good. On to the next.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we got our oil temp and pressure sensor wired up. We were able to trace the wires again. So pulled from that, and then we also pulled the orange from this side, and that is tied in there. Now we're gonna rob these two green ones, and there's already two over there, but those are for the EGT sensors, or to go to the box. After that, the wiring portion will be complete, I believe.
So this was just zip tied up here with one zip tie here, just kind of,
Yeah.
thinking these bolt holes aren't really used, so if we can just bolt this here, it'll be nice and secure.
Yeah, a lot
A
better
lot
than
better.
it was.
This is where we're at so far. Got a couple of the wires wired to spare DPO connectors, the wires, and then a couple of the others were robbed from this spare connector.
The green.
Just ran some extension of wire
Kind of made our
over to
own
here.
loom to run over here.
Does the job. So be able to plug into our box here. So now we just need to go inside and see where the wires are in the PCM, the ECU to cut off of there, and then just wire in to the other half of this harness. Is this guy?
We successfully traced the wires from our connector to inside the car. Manual's been down here.
We have CAN connector wired in. Should work, I think.
And we think we got it right. Everything got ohmed out.
Oh yeah.
That is nice. That is so nice.
They put their own internals in this front billet plate or housing on here, and the rest of it's like OEM's, basically.
Nice.
Yeah. And with all the extra electrical load that this thing can probably see, it's not a bad idea to have this anyway. Yeah. I think we're good.
Okay. So we are very close to having this car being able to run, but we are short of the correct belt.
Literally short.
Literally short. We need a 5-rib belt for the crank to alternator. We just need one an inch longer. And then while we're there, we're gonna try to get the 6-rib belt.
It says they haven't stopped.
Yeah, which they say they have it, but we will see. This is our last ditch effort purchase of the day to try to get this thing to turn over.
Ideally, everything else is good and we have.
Yeah.
Just something we gotta take care of.
Yeah. But stay tuned. Okay, O'Reilly's had one of the belts we needed in 6 rib. We still need the one for cranked alternator in the right length. The next jump bump they have is like 3 inches too big. Yeah. So we're gonna try AutoZone, which is right there.
Well, nobody come. Don't mind if I do.
So, oh, please.
Let's see. Nope.
Nope. Too big. Too big.
Not a chance.
So we got one we thought we'd try to make work, but it really needs to be just slightly bigger. I mean, how much bigger is that than?
Let me look at what this even.
Belt was a failure.
Too long.
Too long. Trust me, we're not never used to hearing that, ever. But we're gonna try to go ahead and do the intake, everything else we can, and up to getting a belt and running the car. Daniel found some options at Advance, kind of near where we work in Lexington, and he can go try to pick it up. Ultimately, we need one a little bit bigger than that was on it, and a little bit smaller than the one we just bought, or he just bought. So,
Yep.
In the meantime,
We're gonna put some plastic in it.
we got to get the rest of it going. I'm having to get down low. Basically, we're having to rewrap the downpipe that we did in one of our first videos because Daniel discovered that we did it wrong.
Yeah, we're just kind of going by. Yeah, this looks alright.
So we're gonna attempt to do it again. Downpipe is in, getting some of this Evans waterless coolant in it.
That's what I had in prior, so might as well keep using it. I had some here just on hand. Let's put some in. Kind of make sure we don't have any super giant leaks. Pretty much together.
It is really close. We are pretty much a belt away from being able to start this car for the first time, and
Almost a year. I don't remember exactly when.
it's been a long time. It's been way too long.
Yeah, had to get the new belt on. Need to change out this fitting for the catch can. It came with this new oil neck, and it's a little too small. I got one coming tomorrow. Get the ECU back in the car, put battery in, make sure there's no leaks. Make sure it runs before we.
I doubt there's leaks. I feel like we've really gone over everything pretty.
And got to put the interior back together.
Well, yeah. The interior won't be too bad.
More apart than the outside. Than the engine.
Oh, no, this will be cake.
Yeah. I know.
This will be cake. Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I know you are probably even more so.
Ready.
It sounds like or it looks like we'll have plenty of time left in the year of good weather to really be able to rip on it and whatnot.
I hope so.
Plenty of months before winter.
Stays together.
Fall is the perfect time.
As long as it stays together.
Yeah. But anyways, we decided that we're probably going to wrap it up there today. He's going to try to get that belt tomorrow. He's got another fitting coming from the catch can. We got a lot done today, so I think we're pretty pleased with where it's at.
It's the little things and a couple of the big things.
Yeah. But thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
See you guys.
3 days later.
Hello. Trying to remember where I put them. We're I think we're pretty much ready to try firing this thing.
Battery is in, the computer is in, up front.
We got a belt that fits.
Yep.
Just remember where I put things now. And we're ready to try to see what happens.
We are hoping it's about time to start this thing. Daniel's going over some stuff on the ECU side of things. We've run into a few wiring issues, but nothing that can't be fixed or that should prevent it from starting today. Yeah.
Hey, oil pressure.
Hey.
I can see it. Here we go.
You can go for it.
Fire. Hang on.
Smoking. Okay, well it runs.
It runs!
It runs.
Hey. I assume nothing's on the ground.
Yeah, I'll
Up
look.
there.
I'll look. I'm not seeing anything dripping or leaking or anything weird. It's a good sign. It starts twice.
long term starting to take effect. It runs.
It does run. Can't really ask for much more.
It's going to be some tweaking, tuning to get it smoother. It's wanting a lot less fuel than it's got right now, but we'll get there. It's kind of going and taking some fuel out myself and letting it self-adjust.
I'm just happy to see it. See it running.
So I need to figure out how to get that box one wire into the inside somehow.
Yeah, we had a little bit of trouble trying to figure out how to get the EGT sensors wired up. Went to go do an initial startup, and I think we grabbed one of maybe the wrong wires, which we had no way of figuring, or no way of knowing it was wrong.
Somewhere in the harness it's teed, it's spliced, and right here it's just, you know, just chilling there doing nothing.
Yeah.
But apparently it also just powers or gives an ignition source to the electric water pump controller, and I'm thinking it comes off the starter.
Yeah.
So he's feeding 12 volts into the ground side of the can. It's like,
But we didn't necessarily need those to start the car and make sure it runs and everything else is wired correctly. That's just going to have to be something that happens down the road.
yeah.
As far as first startup goes, nothing's leaking out of anything. Got the temp.
Fine. Water pump's working.
Yeah, water pump's working. Trying to get it to suck a little bit more of this coolant down.
It's got oil pressure, got fuel pressure, no fuel leaks. That we could see.
Yeah.
New heat wrap on the downpipes
Steaming a little
setting
bit.
in. It's going to.
Yeah. Another thing.
Could drive it if,
Yeah. So we went to go start it. This car usually has a red top Optima in it, but it was dead. Here's the red top, if I can get it. Here we go. There's the red top.
I had charged it and had it on a trickle charger, but I was just sitting in there with the key on it. I just noticed, like, I don't think 9 volts is enough. That's not. But just grab this known good battery from.
Luckily, we pulled the Dakota battery and just stuck it in here, which it doesn't fit.
It's a little big.
But we just needed something to.
Just a little bit. Isn't it really?
Just needed something to start it with. So he had spoke of a anti-gravity battery for this car because that's what the Subaru has.
Yeah, probably. Might as well.
I think it's a nice enough car for an anti-gravity battery.
It's so much lighter, you have no idea.
Yeah, it is pretty incredible how light they are. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video.
Exciting moment.
Yeah, but I don't think I'm as happy as Dan is. I would like to think that I am, but I know Dan has missed this car a whole bunch, and it's gonna be really fun to rip around once it gets tuned and for the rest of the remaining good weather we have before it goes back to crappy Kentucky winter.
Adjust the tuning a little bit and let it break in for some time.
Right.
Or really rip on it.
Right. But thank you for watching, and we will see you on the next one.